What's up guys, Dante here. This is my review of the Audio Technica ATH-M50xBT, which stands for Bluetooth, of course. These came out a few months ago, but I finally decided to get a pair because, you know, we're moving into the world of going into, wireless. Phones are getting rid of the headphone jack, and some people believe in a couple of years, if not sooner, that the headphone jack is going to be obsolete. I've been a big fan of Audio Technica headphones. I think they're some of the best sounding headphones for a great price. So now that we're going into this whole thing of getting rid of the headphone jack, so I needed to get some headphones that I like to use on a daily basis. Now the headphone has some controls. Now you turn the switch on, it turns on, it tells you power on, Bluetooth connected. That's the first thing they do when you turn them on. They say you can pretty much get up to 40 hours on a charge, which is amazing if that is the case, but I don't actually listen to music that long. I listen to it in spurts, half hour here, maybe an hour here. If I'm at the gym, I do a little workout. That's about an hour and a half, depending on what kind of workout I'm doing. You have some manual controls on the left ear cup. The play pause button, the volume up and down button. Depending on what you're doing, they have different functions. Now, when you're listening to music, if you want to play the next track, what you do is hold the plus button for 2 seconds and then skip to the next song. If you want to go back to the previous song, you hold the minus button for 2 seconds and the play pause button in between. Now, when you're making phone calls, it's kind of the same thing. The volume up and down buttons are, the volume controls, but you can also mute the call and end the call by holding the, I guess the play pause button. Got the micro USB. Now my only gripe with that is the fact the cord is only like 4 inches long, which is annoying because you have to use, they say you can charge it with your computer, but if you want to use an outlet, probably find some old device that you got laying around, you can charge it that way. It was annoying. I said, look, what is this? What is up with these little short cables that they give you? But it's either one or the other. They're gonna give you a long cord, short cord, so you're gonna have to deal with it and make adjustments. That's all it is. When you look at these headphones, they look just like any other Audio Technica headphones. There's just no headphone jack that sticks out. Now it's kind of blended into the headphone itself, so you can kind of still use a cord if you need one. If you're using an audio interface with your computer, you can still use one if you would like. Now, for the most part, this is just for media consumption when it comes to music. So if you're out and about and you're out in the park, taking a walk or anything like that, so you can use these headphones. When connecting these headphones, they use the assistant that comes with your phone. So I have an iPhone, so they use Siri for the most part, which I'm not a big fan of, but I have an iPhone. That's what the iPhone uses. So when you actually hold the left side of the head cup for 2 seconds, it'll call for the assistant. Now this you can use for if you need information about traffic or the weather and stuff like that. It's perfectly fine for that, but I didn't really find any good use for that because I don't really use it much on my phone. I use it more in the house because I had pretty much a smart home. So for me, I didn't really use that much. I made a couple phone calls with these headphones and they work pretty well, but sometimes when it comes to actually talking and conversation, some people couldn't hear me for the most part. I mean, maybe 2-3 times I heard people say, "What did you say? What did you say?" So they work, but I don't think it's the best choice to use when you want to have a phone call. So if it's just maybe a 5-10 minute phone call, that's perfectly fine. But any long stints of phone conversations, I don't think these are good for that because it went in and out a couple times with the phone calls that I made. Overall, these headphones are great. They're $200. I definitely recommend them. Now there is also a Bluetooth adapter for anybody who has the M50Xs. And you want to kind of have wireless headphones. It's got it's a little adapter that you could hook onto that part and kind of make them Bluetooth and amplify and all that stuff. So I'll leave the link to that below. I definitely want to try that to see if it's any better than just buying these alone. Maybe if I could just get that, would you rather get those or just the adapter? We have to wait and see, but I definitely want to take a look at that and see if it's any better. When it comes to audio quality, listening to music, these are great. Now you may not like them because they're over-the-air headphones, and then being out in public, you may not want that because you might want to hear what's going on around you. Because these are not noise cancellation, but they really isolated where you can't really hear as much. So I don't expect if you want to be out there in public wearing these, but for me, this is what I like. I kind of like over-the-head headphones because I get a better audio quality when it comes to listening to music. I really prefer these over earbuds in my opinion, but to each his own. But please post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about these headphones. Hit that like button, subscribe, stay tuned for more, and thank you guys once again, and I will see you guys in the next video.